Okay, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Natazab, Officer of 500. Today is Tuesday, Brotherhood class. You understand? We got a hot topic. We gonna get into the angels and the chariots of the Lord. You understand? And how your oppressor, they want you to believe that the chariots is something make believe and it's unidentified. They don't know what it is, what them things is out there flying in space. They don't know what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? They don't let them fool you, man. They know exactly what's going on out there. They know exactly what the angels of the Lord. I mean, the angels of the Lord is, and they know that what they drive in them so-called UFOs is their vehicles. They understand that and they know that. But the thing is, they don't want you to know that. You understand? They don't want you to know that, and that's why they make movies like Independence Day, and they try to like lure you in just a little bit, give you a little bit of information. You understand? But and then the information that they give you is not even valid. I mean, it's valid as far as because like those depictions that they put in the movies like Independence Day, Battle 9, or whatever movie that's about extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth, they got it down packed as far as how they look, the color, everything. They got it all down packed. But what they lying about is how they narrating it is lies. You understand? They want you to believe that when those chariots come, they're your enemy. They coming to destroy the whole planet. I'm saying that's so we all need to come together. That's just another way for them to push God loves everybody, and everybody needs to come together and be one. Because just what was it? I think it was President Bush or Ronald Reagan. They said if we had an outside force that came against us, that would basically paraphrasing what he said. He said that'll bring us together. You understand? We had an outside force that's outside of this world coming to do something to people on Earth. That'll bring everybody on the planet Earth closer to each other. You understand? That's just another way for them to push their agenda about God loving everybody. You understand? But them chariots, man, them was actual angels' vehicles. I know you think angels is some little naked baby on a card or that's in your church painted on the wall. You understand? With a bow and arrow on his hand. That's not an angel, man. The Bible don't support that image at all. You understand? An angel is something that you definitely don't want to see. You understand? The angel is something that you if you seen it, you Danner will be terrified. You understand? Even they vehicles. You understand? So like yeah, let me write this down right quick. You know, so even his vehicles, man. You see that the technology that America got right now, man. That'll spook you, man. To see an actual chariot. That'll scare the hell out you. You understand? But don't let your oppressor lie to you. He know exactly what they is. He know that they chariots of the Lord, and he know exactly why they here and they visiting this place. You understand? They know why. But let me see. Let me write this down right quick. Slack here. 34 to 36. Let me see. Slack here. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? They know what them chariots is, man. Only people who don't know is Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, and they try to tell you that it's unidentified. They don't know what it is. Why would you? This is what you gotta ask. This is the question that you gotta ask. You know what I'm saying, why would they make a space force? Why would Donald Trump? And they spent, you know how many billions that they spent? Literally like $700 billion, or some outrageous number on building a space force in space. You understand? Why would they waste that much money and waste that much time on propaganda and to build all this stuff in space if they didn't know if this unidentified object was really something that was unidentified? You know why they spent all that money? You understand? And then on top of that, why would you build a space force? You understand? That's like basically like building a navy in the space. That's like building an army in space. Why would you build an army for something that you don't know what it is? You understand? Because they know exactly what it is, man. Don't let them fool you, man. I ain't seen. Let me see. Um, one more thing. Just a second. Rev 14, 21. You understand? So Slakia, I gotta go live on this other Facebook page. Okay, so we live on both pages now. You understand? So yeah, like I was saying, why would they build a space force for something that they have no clue about what it is? You understand? The thing is, they know exactly what it is out there flying in space. It's not something that's just unidentified. Because why would you build a space force for something that you don't know? You understand? That's like you get in the army. You understand? Nobody stays in Nevada. You just build an army to go down to Nevada. You understand? To protect it. The army and the space force. That's for to be able to protect something. What are you trying to protect? What is it? What are you threatened by? You understand? That's the questions that you gotta ask. They're not building that for no reason. They know that the Lord is gonna return exactly like how He left, like the scriptures say. You understand? But yeah, we also gonna get into the angels because the ain't like I said, the angel ain't no naked baby shooting arrows or you understand. None of the depictions that you learn in the Christian church or from your grandmama, from images on TV and cartoons. You know what I'm saying? This Bible is real, and an angel is something that you might not want to see. You understand? You might not want to see. That's why I'm with Joshua. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even get it. I'm gonna get it in a second. Let's go to Hebrews. Let's go to Hebrews 13 and 2. So like let's go to Hebrews chapter 13 and 2. You understand? We're gonna let the scriptures speak right quick. Hebrews 13 and 2. Let's see, where's Hebrews because like I said, they like to tell you that they don't know what it is. They know exactly what's out there flying in space. You understand? They know that them is the chariots of the Lord. Because if it was unidentified, why would you be building a space force for it? 949, page 949. Why would you be building a space force for it if it was, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to go to Hebrews chapter 13 and 2. You understand? But yeah, like I said, the depiction that you get about angels, you understand, the Bible don't support those images at all. You understand? But an angel can have many different forms. An angel can be a gruesome looking creature, or an angel can be it can look like a man. You understand? Angels come in different forms. So we're gonna go to Hebrews 13:2. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that entertain angels, and they not even knowing that the person that they talked to was an angel. You know what I'm saying? They're not knowing that homeless brother, that Hispanic and that black Hispanic Native American Indian homeless brother that you seen on the corner. You understand? That was trying to talk to you about God. They not knowing that might have been an angel. You understand? That could have been an angel. You don't know, and that's why it's so important for you to treat all your brothers that's black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians with respect. You understand? And you know why it's so important to treat your black, Hispanic, Native American Indian brothers with respect? Because even though you might not seen his brother, and he homeless on the corner somewhere. I'm saying, or he looked like he on drugs. He looked like he needs some new clothes. You know what I'm saying? If you disrespect that brother, you might be disrespecting a host in the Lord army. You might be disrespecting an actual angel. You understand? That's down here to give a report to the Lord. That's why it's so important to respect your brothers and sisters, man. You understand? No matter if they homeless, rich, poor, no matter what the case may be, respect your brothers and sisters because you might end up disrespecting an angel, man. You understand? I'm reading it again. It said, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. Man, you might, man, every day, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Damn near probably once in your life, you probably did entertain an angel and didn't know it was an angel. You understand? It's possible. You know, I know it's a few times I've been at camp and a brother walk up and he talking and he start talking about God and everything. You understand? And what do I do? You understand? He start talking about God do? And I know this scripture. Am I going to assume that he's angel and just be like, man, this brother talking about God. He might be an angel. No, I'm gonna decipher what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? If he tell me to go, you know what I'm saying, bomb a building or something like some Arabs, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is not an angel. You understand? This is some brother that's, you know what I'm saying, he on drugs. Lord be with him. You know what I'm saying? But if you say something different about, you know what I'm saying, oh man, the Lord is coming, and I don't know, you gotta decipher for yourself, but be careful who you disrespect because you can be entertaining an angel, man. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, so we gonna drop that. Let's go to Joshua 5:13. Because this is the point I wanted to make at the beginning of the class. You understand? Like I said, an angel can come in a human form. That's what that scripture was just talking about in Hebrews 13:2. It said, "Be careful, because you might." I'm paraphrasing. Some entertain angels unaware. How can you entertain an angel unaware and not know it is an angel? You understand? Because he come in human forms. Just like when you read about Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? It was two men that was that they thought was men but was actual angels. And they said, come on, you all need to go. We finna destroy the city. These niggas in this city, these sodomites. We finna destroy the whole city. You understand? But they appeared to Lot and his daughters and their family as regular men. You understand? But they was not regular men, they was angels. You understand? So let's go to Joshua. We just gonna get into a few descriptions of the angels right quick. Let's go to Joshua chapter 5 and verse 13. It said, and it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. So this Joshua, I think this was after uh, uh, they was preparing for Passover. But what was it again? I think this was after the war they had, or it might have been before the war that they had. You understand? But it said that he was sitting there, and it said, and it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked. So they was sitting there doing whatever they was doing, and Joshua happened to look up. And when he looked up, he said, "Behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went into him and said unto him, Art thou for us or for our adversaries?" You know what I'm saying? And when Joshua seen him, Joshua seen this man standing with a sword, and he, you know what I'm saying, he ran to him. He's like, "Man, look, is you with us or against us? What's going on with you? You with us or against us?" You understand? And then this is what the man said. And he said, Nay, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. He said, Nah, I ain't against you. You know what I'm saying? He said, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth. You know why? Because he's a host of the Lord's army, meaning that this was an angel that Joshua was seeing. Joshua was sitting there chilling. You understand? He happened to look up. When he looked up, he seen what he thought was a man. Because, like I said, angels can come and they can come to you in like the angels written in Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? With 4 faces and wings and all that, or they can come to you as a man. This angel came to Joshua as a man, and Joshua looked up and he seen him, and he was like, "Oh, damn! What the what?" You know what I'm saying? Is you with us or against us? What's going on? And he was like, "Man, no, I ain't with you. The Lord sent me here, right?" And he said, with his sword drawn in his hand, and Joshua went into him and said unto him, art thou for us or for our adversaries? He said, man, is you with us or against us? And he said, nay, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, what saith my Lord unto his servant? And Joshua fell down because he knew that this is not a man, this is an angel that he's talking to. That's why the angel said, the host of the Lord, meaning that nigga, he's an angel. You understand? And he said, and he said, and there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, art thou for us, or art thou for us or for our adversaries? I know I read that already. And he said, nay, but as a captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, what said my Lord unto his servant? So he said, what is this about? What did you come for? And the captain of the Lord host said unto Joshua, loose thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thy standest is holy. And Joshua did so. He came to me, he said, man, look, take your shoes off from where you at. Because where you standing at right now, man, this is holy ground right now. You understand? Take your shoes off. And he took his shoes off. You understand? So let me see. And it's like, and the captain of the Lord host said to Joshua, lose thy shoes from off thy foot, for the place wherein thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so, and he took his shoes off. You know what I'm saying? Because he know this, he was dealing with an angel, man. And he told him, this is holy ground that you stepping on right now. Take your shoes off. You know what I'm saying? But that's one depiction of an angel. Like I said, an angel can come to you looking like a man, or an angel can come to you how the Lord made him. You understand? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 15. So this is another appearance of an angel. You understand? So let's read it. This is first Ezekiel. Book Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creature with his 4 faces. So he said, this is Ezekiel's vision. He said, what Ezekiel seen, he said, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with the 4 faces. So he's seeing a chariot, you understand, what your oppressor called a UFO. And he said it's by the creatures with the 4 faces. You understand? With the 4 faces, verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of beryl. He said the appearance and the color of their work was like the color of beryl. What's the color of beryl? You know what I'm saying? What is the color of beryl? And don't forget, he's seen a chariot, he's seen a so-called UFO, and then he's seen an angel sitting next to the UFO. You understand? This is in the Bible. You understand? Why the Christian churches ain't got no depictions of this right here? They got depictions of naked babies flying around. You understand? With shooting bow and arrows, and why do they got those depictions? You know why? Because the Christian church is the house of pedophilia. Christian church is the house of homosexuality, lesbianism. You understand? Queer, all that. That's the true nature of the Christian church. You understand? Because if it wasn't, they have depictions like this. This is in the Bible. You understand? This is in the Bible, but you don't learn about this. And it said, matter of fact, yeah, and it said the appearance of the wheel and their work was like unto the color of beryl. What's the color of beryl? You understand? For time's sake, I'm just gonna give it to you. The color of beryl is green. You understand? That's the color of beryl, and that's why when you look at certain movies, you understand, like Independence Day, yeah, Battle 9. When you especially Independence Day, when you remember they went on, if y'all ever watched that movie, they went on top of that building when they seen the chariot break the sky. It was just sitting in the sky for like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Half the people scared to death, half the people celebrating. They all, you know what I'm saying? Then when night came, they was like, man, we're gonna get on top of the buildings with signs right up under the UFO. And then when the UFO started to open up, they remember what color that color was? It was like a greenish color. You understand? That's the color of beryl. Beryl is green. You know what I'm saying? And you know where Hollywood get that depiction from? They get that depiction from right here. That's where they get that depiction from. They get that exact depiction from right here. You understand? I mean, man got a hell of an imagination, but they ain't just making that stuff up in Hollywood. You understand? They getting that from somewhere. They getting it from the Bible. You understand? And it said, and it's like the color of beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was like it was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. So now he's giving the description of the chariot. You understand? He said they all had one likeness. You understand? All the chariots that he's seen, they all look the same. It was like a wheel in the middle of a wheel. You understand? You ever had a plate? I ain't got no plates on right now. You know what I'm saying? But you see that plate. Look at the bottom of it. You understand? It's that round groove on the plate, and then it's the actual outer layer of the plate. He's seeing something like that. He's seeing a chariot. You understand? He's seeing a wheel in the middle, but he's saying a wheel in the middle of a wheel because he's trying to compare it to something that that was common that was common in their time, like a wheel, something round that they can compare it to. They was trying to compare it to things that were around them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he called it a wheel, but this is not an actual wheel that it's talking about. He said that's why he said their appearance was like a wheel inside of a wheel. You understand? Meaning that this part was sitting, you understand, and it was a round part, and then on the outside of that round part, it was another round part, but they were separate but together. So basically, he's saying how the movies depict it. They got you got the UFO. You understand? What they got the little clear crystal glass over them, but then it's spinning around the UFO. It's spinning. That's what he's seeing right now. The appearance of the wheel and their work was like unto the color of beryl, and they four had a likeness, and their appearance and their work was as if it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. And now he's giving you more depiction. He said when he's seen these chariots, when he seen how they was moving, they wasn't moving how normal things move. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't moving like how we move, left, up. Straight. Forward, back, left, right, diagonal. They wasn't moving like that. He said with the things that the chariots that he's seeing, they was just moving. They didn't have a specific pattern like how people move. Like people, we go straight forward, then we go back. You understand? We go left, we go right. It wasn't moving like that, especially when you're in a vehicle. You understand? It's even you ain't even gotta talk about a vehicle. Let's talk about the spacecrafts that America got. They just not able to move like and just move how they want to. You understand? They just gotta go forward, turn left, turn right. That's how they move. But he said, but what he's seeing, it ain't moving like that. He said, when they went upon their slack. When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. Because you know why I said it? Because a car turns, a plane turn when they go. You understand? A jet, they got to turn when they go. They got to dive to the side and turn, dive to the left and turn. But what he said they wasn't doing it. You understand? These things was just moving. You know what I'm saying? Moving however they wanted to move. It was defying gravity in a sense. And he like that so he's giving a description of how they was moving. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. And when he's talking about rings, he's talking about the lights. You understand? They had lights around underneath the UFO and got lights around it. That's what it's talking about. The rings. You understand? And he said it was dreadful. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creature were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. So now he's giving a description of them actually moving the chariot. He said wherever they went, the chariot, they was inside this chariot. So if they went to the left, the chariot moved with them because they was inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you in the car, you know, wherever you that car go, if you inside that car, that's where you gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go. And the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheel. That's why I just got through saying. He said they was moving like that. That the vehicle was able to move like that because these creatures, these angels, was inside this vehicle, inside this UFO, driving it. You know what I'm saying? They was maneuvering this vehicle. You know what I'm saying? This is their vehicle. Just like how we got a car and we drive planes and jets. Man, the Lord's army, they way past the technology that we have. You understand? They way past the technology that we have. They drive UFOs, man. It ain't no little green men in there. You understand? That's finna try to take over the planet Earth and make human beings their slave. None of that. You understand? That's just the depiction that they give you in Hollywood because they want to manipulate and they want to corrupt the Bible. And I understand why they try to corrupt the Bible with all these different things. You understand? Because they wasn't given this book. So it makes sense that they would try to corrupt it any chance they get. You understand? But I'm gonna keep reading. It said, when those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. You understand? It was inside the chariot. And the likeness of the firmament upon the head of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. So not only is he giving you the description of the bottom of the chair, because you gotta remember this is in the sky, so he's trying to give you the description of the bottom of it. He said, but as they're moving left and right and moving, he got to see the top of it. He got to see the angels in it, and he got to see the top of it. And then what did he say? How it was the top? And he said, and the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures was as the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. So he's saying now these angels are in a chariot, they in a UFO, and they got basically like a window over them. You understand? So to where they're able to see outside of this vehicle. You understand? That's why he said they got the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads. You understand? They got like a glass or something over them inside the chair while they're inside the chariot. Just like how you in the car, you understand? You got your windows. You're able to see out your front windshield, your back windshield, your rear view mirrors, your side. You're able to see it. That's how it is in the chariot. You understand? Except they just got one piece of glass that's stretched forth over them. Yes, this is what he's saying, man. He trying to describe what he's saying to the best of his ability with things that he see every day in his time period. You understand? He said, was the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above, and under the firmament were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Everyone had two, which covered on the side, and everyone had two, which covered on that side their bodies. So he said when he see these angels inside this chariot, which is glass stretched forth over their head, or this crystal stretched forth over their head, he got to see what they look like, and he said each one of these angels had four wings. You understand? They had four wings, and they not no small little creatures, man. They had two wings that go straight down. You understand? They had two wings that was covering their body. You understand? So they had two wings that was just regular wings that was long, and they had two wings that was covering their bodies. You understand? And it said, and when they went, I heard the noise of their wings like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of an host. When they stood, they let down their wings. He said, when they stood, them four wings they let down them four wings. You ever seen a bird trying to when he about to land, he turned his wings sideways, and then so he can land on the ground. That's what he's saying right now. And so they ain't got two wings. These angels got four wings apiece. You understand? They got four wings apiece. And it said, you see, yeah, okay, so yeah, I ain't gonna get too much on that one. Let me see, where did I start at? Okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah, what he's saying, like, so he got the depiction of these angels, man. So he's seen them in a chariot. You understand? They moving. He got to see the depiction of them. He's seen them. You know what I'm saying, with four wings. You understand? And they look like a man. You understand? Like a man with four wings, right? So now we're gonna get let's jump up a little bit. Let's go to Ezekiel 1 and 7. Let's go to Ezekiel 1 and 4. This is the same vision. And it said, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof was the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. You see that? And it said, and so now he's giving you the description when the chariots first came. And it said, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself, and a brightness was about it. Like I said, man, you ever seen the movie Independence Day? And you see how them chariots broke the sky. When that big chariot broke the sky, what color was it? It looked like amber. You understand? You know what amber is? Look at a coal that's going out, or that's freshly lit. You understand? That's like amber. You know what I'm saying? When that chariot break the sky, it's gonna look like amber. That's what he's seeing right now. You understand? And also of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. And saying, he said, out of this chariot that broke the sky, he seen four living creatures, and they had the likeness of a man, meaning that they looked like a man as far as he can see. And everyone had four faces, and everyone had four wings. He said, and everyone had. So this angel that he's seeing, you gotta understand, man. This is something I damn near don't want to see. You understand? He said this angel had four faces and four wings, all each of them. You understand? It's in where I'm at. Oh yeah, and everyone had four faces, and everyone had four wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. And he said the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. You understand? Meaning that they stood up just like men. They was built like men. The only thing different was that made them that he knew that it wasn't men because they just hopped out of the chariot first off. You know what I'm saying? Other thing was they have four faces. On each side, they have four faces, man. And not only do they have four faces, they have four wings. You understand? So they look. So imagine that. Imagine something with four faces, four wings. Either two wings going up, two wings going down, or two wings going down and the other two covering the body. You understand? And then they got feet like a cow. They got feet like an ox or something. This is what he's seeing right now. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. You see that? And they sparkled like what? And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. What color is brass? Brass is a derivative of brown. You understand? They said they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. Meaning that if you burn brass, what color it's gonna be? It's gonna be very, very black. You know what I'm saying? These ain't even the angels black. We ain't saying that for no reason. The angels of the Lord is black. That's right here in the Bible. And it said they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. And I said, you burn brass, it's gonna be black, man. They sparkled. You understand? What do it mean that they sparkle? You ever seen Dragon Ball Z? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody know what Dragon Ball Z is. You ever seen Goku and them powering up before they go into their other little transformation? You know what I'm saying? When they go turn into a Super Saiyan, you see all that yellow stuff that they powering up. They're like, you know what I'm saying? That's how they look. That's exactly how they look. They look like they was powering up, about to become a Super Saiyan. You understand? Except they black. They was not no blue white man with no blue eyes and blonde hair like Dragon Ball Z tried to depict. You understand? But he's seen an angel with four wings, four faces. You understand? With feet like cows, that was black. Nigga said black like night, like they burned. You understand? Sparkling, meaning it looked like they was powering up, like you see on Goku, man. You understand? And guess what? This is the same thing that happened. I ain't gonna say it's the same thing that happened, but remember Moses? You know what I'm saying? When got through talking to the Lord, Moses went on that mountain and he was talking to the Lord for was it 40 days, 40 nights or something like that. I don't know. He was talking to the Lord for some time, right? And then when he came down and the congregation seen him, you understand? The army was walking past and they seen him. Goku face looked like it was turned into a Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? The army stumbling over each other. Like, damn, you see this nigga Moses, this nigga face shining. They had to put a veil over his face. You know what I'm saying? After he talked to the Most High. You understand? It get deep, man. This Bible is deep. And I'm going to keep reading. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their four sides. And they four had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went everyone straight forward. You understand? And it said they had hands under their wings. So not only did these angels have two sets of wings, they had four wings and four faces, but they also had hands like a man. You know what I'm saying? They also had legs like a man and feet like a cow. This is what angels look like. You understand? Like I say, they can come to you looking like a human. You understand? Like I said, Hebrews 13, was it Hebrews 13:2? You know what I'm saying? You entertain angels unaware. They can come to you in human form like that, or like they did when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah during the time of Lot, or they can come to you like this. You understand? They can come to you looking gruesome, like something you don't want to see. You understand? Let me see. And as for the likeness of their faces, they four had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side. They four also had the face of an eagle. Man, you see that? That's ridiculous. So they had not only did they have a face of a man as well, but they have a face of an ox on this side. You understand? A face of a lion on this side, and the face of an eagle on this side. You understand? That is not something that you want to see, man. Verse 11. Thus were their faces, and their living and slacking, and their wings were stretched upward. Two wings of every one were joined one to another, and two covered their body. So you had two wings that went straight up, that were stretched upward, probably helping them stay in the air, and then you had two wings that just covered their body. So the only thing you can see is the sole of their feet that look like cows, and then only thing else you can see is their face and their hands hanging down outside of the wings. That's the only thing you can see. You know what I'm saying? Then they jet black. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's something that you don't want to see. And it said, uh, and as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like the burning coals of fire, as like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creature ran and returned as it appeared of the flashing of lightning. And he said, "Man, these niggas look like they was glowing, like some you'll see on Dragon Ball Z, man, or on an anime show." He said these angels look like they was glowing. And he said just as fast as he seen them, they disappeared like lightning. What did it say? As the living creatures ran in return as the appearance of a flash of lightning. You know what I'm saying? They returned just like as a flash of lightning. It was there 1 second, and then before he knew it, it was just like lightning. You see lightning, and then as soon as it hit, it just disappeared. That was them. They just flew back out of this dimension. You understand? So you gotta understand what the scripture say. I bring this out every class. What it say? They say through terrors of the Lord we persuade men. Man, you gotta understand that the Lord is a terrible power, man. You gotta understand that the Lord is in the Lord is not only is a man of war, but it is something that you do. He's something that you don't want to have as your enemy, man. You understand? But your oppressor, him being so prideful, you understand, in a sense, He make movies like Independence Day, and he show his army, American army, fighting and defeating the so-called aliens and all that because he's so prideful and so entitled. He think that that's going to actually happen. He think he actually got a chance. You understand? You know what I'm saying? But don't let the movie go through here. America's going to get destroyed when the Lord returns. He ain't going to have no chance, but he know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why he make movies like Independence Day because he know that this is what they did to Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. That was the final straw, man. Like your oppressor, he been a wicked, evil demon. He been a wicked bastard since he been on this planet, man. And he know his time is up. Like it said, he knows that he only got a little bit of time. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? This America, this kingdom was built in what in less than 500 years, less than 400 years. The greatest kingdom to ever exist outside of Black people ruling. You know what I'm saying? The greatest empire to ever exist was America, man. This is better than Rome. It was better than Greece. It was better than Babylon. It's better than Egypt. It's a great country. And guess what? It's all gonna be destroyed in an hour. In less than an hour, this whole country gonna be destroyed for what America did to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. And guess what? These angels gonna be the one to do it. The Lord gonna be the one to do it, man. You understand? So yeah, I know they make movies like Independence Day, and they really think they got a chance. They think they got a chance. That's how prideful your oppressor is, man. You understand? With wanting to rule. That's how eager he is with wanting to rule over somebody. He will fight with God. You understand? He'll give if God tried to take his rulership from him, he will go to war with God about it. You understand? You got to know what you're dealing with, man. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You understand? All right, we're gonna scratch that. Let's go to Psalms 104 and 3. You understand? This is the record. That's what make our culture so prevalent and so important. Because not only do we got that's why like the name of the ISUBK it tell you everything about us. The ISUBK is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Not only do we know things about Earth and about what's going on with the people here on Earth and us and our kingdom, but we know what's going on with other people. We know what's going on with the angels. We know what's going on with everything, even if it's outside of this realm, man. We know what's going on with it because it's in the we got records of it. You understand? We got records of it. Not only do we know regular stuff, but we know universal stuff. That's why you can go into the Bible. You read Genesis. We got the story of creation. You understand? It ain't just no word. We got the actual story of creation, how it was started. The Lord did it. You understand? You know, scientists they don't want to say like a lot of people don't understand that the Bible is science, man. The Bible is science. That's why we got laws against, you know what I'm saying, being unclean. You understand? We got laws against eating unclean animals. All our laws are revolved around living. You understand? Because we serve a living power, man. You understand? This whole book is about science too. You understand? But scientists they tell you something different. They tell you that the Earth was started because the Big Bang theory and all that. When that's in the Bible, you understand? Somebody had to make it to make the Big Bang theory happen. You understand? But like I say every class, your oppressor is so evil and disgusting. He has to have a God he can see. He don't want to worship something he can't see. He gotta be able to see it. You got to be able to come to him and present him something and say, "This is my God," and then it'll make it something of value. But if you just say that you serve God, you know what I'm saying, your God is you know what I'm saying, in the sky, you can't see him in another dimension. To your oppressor, to white people, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You understand? But yeah, we're gonna scratch that. Let's go to Psalms 104 and chapter 3. Chapter 104, verse 3. Psalms 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the cloud his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. You know what I'm saying? You see that? It said, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the cloud his chariot. The Lord make the cloud his chariot. What does that mean? You understand? What does that mean? The Lord make the cloud his chariot. You understand? We just got it in Ezekiel. Let me go back to Ezekiel right quick. Let's go back to Ezekiel just for a second. We got a precept is right. I'm gonna read Ezekiel 1 and 4 again. We're gonna go back to that. It said Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 4. And I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud. We already know what that was talking about. That was talking about a chariot. So let's go to this. Psalms 104 verse 3. Who left the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariots? The Lord make the clouds his the Lord. This is what you gotta understand. Black people wrote the Bible, man. Like one word for us mean it could be a multitude of words just for one word. You know what I'm saying? Like money. I'm like, man, give my guap. I need my guap. I need my dough. I need my bag. I need my guala. I need my cheese, my bread. You know what I'm saying? You act go. That's what I need to do. I need to go on YouTube, go outside and start asking white people and other races questions that only black people know. Ask them what's another word for money. White people gonna say currency, right? You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna think like how black people. I ask a black person on the street, what's another word for money? He gonna be like, nigga, I'm in my bag, guap, cheese, bread, my dough. You know what I'm saying? It's just I gave that example because it's the same thing in the Bible. We just read in Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 4 what did it say? The Lord make it it said a whirlwind, a cloud came from out of the north. I made that statement because for the chariots, it's a lot of different words for what we call chariots. Zechariah called them a flying robe. You know what I'm saying? Or you can call it a whirlwind. You can call it a cloud. You understand? You can call it's a lot of different words for chariots, but it's all talking about the same thing, man. It's all talking about the same thing. So what the Lord say? It said, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariots?" Yes, who make the clouds his chariots, man? Like remember we was leaving Egypt after Passover, after the Lord destroyed everybody, you understand, and split the Red Sea, and we crossed over. You know what I'm saying? Remember them clouds that was following us? You understand? Them clouds was chariots, man. It wasn't just like no cloud that was with us day and night. You know what I'm saying? Them was actual chariots. You know what I'm saying? Them was so-called UFOs. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And all this is recorded in the Bible. You understand? This is all recorded in the Bible, man. And saying, but the Lord make the clouds his chariots, man. They in the sky. And not only are they in the sky, but they in the waters too. You understand? They in the waters too. Like, a lot of people understand like there's no like a lot of people they don't understand like okay, for instance, like when you going underwater, what you need. You understand? When them deep sea divers they diving deep below the ocean, what do they need? They get inside they put that big glass over their head and they get in a little suit and they you know what I'm saying they moving hella slow up underwater. Well, okay, what do you need to go inside space? You see what I'm saying? What do you need to go inside space? You need the same thing. You need to get inside the same suit with the glass over your head, and guess what? You float in the water, and when you get out there in space, you know what I'm saying? You float out there too. You know why? Because it's the same thing. At the beginning, when you read Genesis, the Lord separated the firmaments besides the earth. The Lord separated the firmaments, and that's why you can float in space and you float in water because it's all water. You understand? It's all water. And that's what you don't understand. That's why I made that. I said that to say is that the chariots not only do they fly out of space and come to Earth, but they go in the water too. They can go in the water as well. You understand? And yeah, that's what you got to understand. This is what this kingdom is up against. You understand? This is what these other nations are up against, man. All these other nations that committed a crime against God, that committed a crime against the Lord's chosen people. This is what they up against, man. They up against the Lord's army, man. And ain't nobody ever destroyed the Lord's army or even came close to it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna scratch that. Let's get Daniel chapter 9, verse 10. Let's get Daniel chapter 9, verse 10. But like I said, man, the name of our school says everything about the ISUBK. the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. Not only do we know about things that's on right here, right now, but we know about things that's in the universe. You understand? We know things that's in the universe. Let's get Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. And it said, uh, Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was as white as snow, and the hairs of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as a burning fire. Do you hear this, man? Let me break it down as I read it. It said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Like the Lord, so much of a gangster. You know what I'm saying? This is Daniel's vision, man. He said he had what did it say? He said he beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. So why all these empires that had toppled over Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people and made us second class citizen and put us in the ghetto, especially America, but all these kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? It said why these kingdoms getting destroyed, what the Lord doing? What is the Lord doing while these kingdoms get destroyed? He said, and the Ancient of Days did sit, man, and Lord is a gangster, man. The Lord is a man of war, man. He give the order and it's done. You know what I'm saying? He give the order and you through. You understand? Daniel said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down and the Ancient of Days did sit. He's sitting. The Lord's sitting there just watching. Watching everything that y'all have faith in, everything that y'all thought was going to live forever, like America was going to be here forever. The Lord's just sitting down watching it get destroyed. And I told you how fast it's going to get destroyed. I'm paraphrasing. It said in the scripture, it say that this kingdom will get destroyed in less than an hour. It took them 500 years to build it, 400 years to build it. You understand? A superpower. It's going to get destroyed in less than an hour. And guess what? The Lord going to be sitting back like this, sitting down, giving order. That's it. You understand? And said, whose garment was as white as snow. Yeah, the Lord got a garment that is white as snow. He is the Ancient of Days. That's what Daniel's talking about. I'll be healed. He said the Ancient of Days did sit. The Ancient of Days is the most high power. You understand? And his hair of his heads like the pure wool. And the Most High got hair too. Guess what? It's like pure wool, like Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because the Lord is black, man. The Lord is a black man. And then the people who got a problem with that, they got a problem with it because they used to seeing that depiction of that image of Jesus Christ that ain't even his image. They used to see that picture of Cedric Borgier. You know what I'm saying? That's their God. That's the image that they grew up worshiping and that their grandma worshiped. So when you say you bring out scriptures like this showing that God, the Ancient of Days, got hair like wool like I do. You understand? He got a beard that's wool like I do. They don't want to hear that. You understand? Because it completely destroys everything that they grew up believing and everything that they was taught. You understand? Living in this society, it completely destroyed it. You understand? But the Lord, he had black. He was black like us, and he is black like us. You understand? Let me keep reading. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. You understand? He said his fire like the fiery flame, man. His throne was like fire. The Lord's throne is like it's like he's sitting on fire, man. You understand? And his wheels as burning fire, and his wheels he got chariots all around him. You understand? He got chariots all around him. Yeah, okay. And it's in verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him, and thousands ministered to him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. You understand? It said a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him, and thousands ministered to him. You understand? Minister to him meaning that he got millions of angels around him. That would say thousands. What did it say? It said thousands. It said thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Man, he got millions of angels surrounding him in heaven, man. That's the Lord. You understand? It's just like when not even not to compare him to Commander Junior Hanna. You understand? But when the general, you know what I'm saying? When the general in the building, man, the whole school on Shamar. You understand? Down there, the women. I'm talking. I'm talking mess. I'm like down there, the women too. I'm just talking mess. But you know what I'm saying? When Commander Junior Hunter around, man, the whole school on Shamar, man. And that's how it is with the Lord. He said he got 10,000 times 10,000. Let me read it again. It said thousands and thousands ministered to him. You know what I'm saying? Now he got thousands and thousands, 10,000s ministering to him. You understand? And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set and the books were open. You understand? It said, and I beheld them. Let me see. Okay, we gonna stop right there. Oh no, matter of fact, we're gonna keep on reading. You know what I'm saying, and I beheld then. Let me see. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna drop down to verse 13, two verses. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory in the kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So this is after that he's seeing the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Not the most high, but he's seeing Christ returning, man. You understand? He's seeing Christ returning, and he made all these other nations bow down to him. That's what's gonna happen in the future. And that's why it's so important for the ISGBK to be strong in its truth. You understand? And to teach against any fake Israelite group and to mark them that cause division among us. That would be your Christian church, your fake Israelite groups, your Muslim mob, all of them, man. You understand? Because the Lord is not with them, man. You understand? The Lord is not with them. And when Christ return, then you're gonna see. Hopefully it ain't too late, man. You understand? But yeah, man, we gonna drop that. And we're gonna go to Ezekiel chapter 8, 28. And yeah, man. After that, he's seeing Christ return, and you know what's going to happen when Christ return. It said he's going to have a garment dipped in blood. You understand? Christ said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, "I came not to send peace, but a sword." Man, when Christ return, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. Let me see that charger, Baba Kasha. When Christ return, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be all flowers and candy. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christian church try to tell you, it is not gonna. It's gonna, man. Whatever the Christian church teach, this is what you gotta understand too. Whenever America, like for instance, like Martin Luther King, whenever they give you something in this kingdom, you understand, like they give Martin Luther King streets. You understand? They give him little monuments and all that. Whenever they give somebody that's black something in this country, something wrong. You should question that. You understand? You know why they give Martin Luther King streets and monuments and all that? Because he fit right into their agenda. His doctrine fit right into their agenda to destroy black people. You understand? And that's what you gotta. That's how you gotta look at your Christian church too. It's a Christian. It's a Christian church on every, like, especially in the ghettos where they destroy. You go to Chicago. Guess what some of the main things they got in Chicago more than anything. It's so many Christian churches in Chicago. I mean, so many. You go to Oakland, it's literally, bro. Go to Oakland, it's so many Christian churches in Oakland. You understand? And you know why? Because they're there to destroy black people, man. So when you see these Christian pastors trying to teach you about God, you got to question that, because the burden of proof is on them. You got to question, why is the black community in shambles? Why is the black community destroyed like that? If this is supposed to be a place teaching you how to have morality. Your grandpa was a damn pastor. Your grandpa before that was a pastor. You was raised in the church. If this is supposed to be a place where you learn about God, be taught morality and all these different things, why is the black household and the black family destroyed? You understand? Them the questions you got to ask. If you really care about the plight of black people, you really care about the condition of black people, them the questions you got to sit at home and ask. You understand? To hell with going to a protest and putting your fist up, you got to ask questions. And then when you will see, once you start asking questions like that, something ain't adding up. Something ain't right. You understand? Then you're going to find out that the Christian church and every fake Israelite group and every all that, man, is the house of Satan, man. You understand? It's the house of Satan. That's all it is. You understand? But what I want to get again, oh, yeah, we're going to go to Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 2. Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 2. So, like, let me go live again on Facebook. My phone died. So, like, yeah. Mm, yeah, yeah. You understand? All right, no sweat. So, yeah, we're going to get, hopefully, it don't fall. Okay, so, yeah, back where I left off, we're going to get Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 2. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, let's get some more things. Let's get some more about these angels, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 2. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins, even downward fire, and from his loins, even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber. So, like I said, these angels is like something that you will see on Dragon Ball Z. You understand? They glowing like energy around them. Like I'm saying, like they glowing. You understand? Listen, and he put forth the form of a hand and took me by a lock of mine head, and the spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven. You see that? This is Ezekiel, man. He telling you he's seen his angel, right? And then what happened? He said he put forth the form of a hand and took me by a lock of mine head, and the spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven. You see that, man? These angels ain't no joke, man. Now, look, you gotta understand, bro. That the angel is the Lord is a man of war. That's in Exodus 3 and 15. The Lord is a man of war, man. He is not no coward. He ain't just like, you know what I'm saying? He's everything opposite of what you learned in the Christian church. Completely opposite. You understand? It said that the angel snatched him up by his braids. That's what it's talking about. When we say lock, a lock is a braid. You know what I'm saying? A lock is not a dreadlock or none of that. A lock is a braid. He said the angel snatched him up by his braid. You understand? Read it again. And he put forth the form of a hand and took me by a lock of mine head. Took him by one of the locks on his head. You know what I'm saying? Snatched him up by one of his. And the spirit lifted me up. So like it lifted me up between the earth and the heaven and brought me in the visions of God to Jerusalem, to the door of inner gate that looketh toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, provoked jealousy. You know, this is talking about when he said he snatched him up by the lock of his hair. You understand? This is like, how can I put this? Okay, look it. This is like dimensions, man. You understand? This is like the okay. So look at, but like people right here right now on Earth, we only go to like the first or second dimension, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, like one dimension would be like this. This is one dimension, for example. It's flat. You know what I'm saying, you only can go here and here. That's one dimension. Two dimensions is you can go left and right, up and down. I mean, straight. You can go left and right, forward and back. That's two dimensions. Three dimensions is you can go left, right, up, down. I mean, you can left, right, forward and back, and up and down. You know what I'm saying? The fourth dimension is timeless. You understand? The fourth dimension, timeless. The Lord lives in a timeless. He can see the future, the beginning, and he can see everything at one time. He lived in a timeless zone. So what this angel did, he snatched Ezekiel up and allowed him to able to see a timeline. of his family. You know what I'm saying? He brought him to the fourth dimension. You know what I'm saying, to where he's able to see a timeline. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep reading. Visions of God to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate that looked toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy. He said, and behold, the glory of God of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw on the plain. Then said it said to me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lift up my eyes the way to the north, and behold, the northward at the gate of the image of jealousy. Okay, then start going into it. But this is him snatching him up and bringing him to another dimension. You understand? That's why I said he snatched. I'm gonna read it again. And he put forth the form of an hand and took me by the lock of my head, and the spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven. You know what I'm saying? He's between the earth and the heaven. You understand? He wasn't here, and he wasn't in heaven or earth. He's in between earth and heaven. He brought him to another dimension to see another time, he brought him to Slovakia. He brought him to another dimension. You understand? Let me put this phone up right quick. He brought this brother to another dimension. You know, so he brought him to another dimension, man. That's what an angel did to him. Man, the Lord ain't nothing nice, man. These angels ain't nothing nice. Not to say that this was a bad thing, but like I said, you got the first dimension, you got the second and third. We only move about to like the third dimension. The Lord is moving at, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how many dimensions it is, but he moving at that. You understand? These angels did the same thing. He snatched him up by his braid and brought him to another dimension between the heaven and the earth, to where he was able to see a timeline about Jerusalem, about his family, about it. You know what I'm saying? About God's chosen people. You know, we gonna precept that. The precept for that is let me see. You see 2 and 3. Matter of fact, we're gonna get the apocrypha. I need this. I'm glad I just grabbed it. We're gonna get the apocrypha right quick. We can use another book. We're gonna get the apocrypha, man. Because you're gonna see all throughout this Bible, man, the Lord been, man, he been, and these angels and all, even Christ, man, was going through other dimensions and disappearing and popping up on the disciples, and you understand. But we gonna get up out of here right quick. We're gonna go to Baal. We're gonna go to Baal and the dragon in the apocrypha. We're gonna go to Baal and the dragon. Cause we're gonna go to Baal and the dragon. We're gonna go to one. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna go to Baal and the dragon 1:34. It say, but the angel of the Lord said unto me, Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. You know what I'm saying? So an angel of the Lord appeared unto Habakkuk, and he told him to carry the dinner that you got into Babylon to Daniel. And Daniel happened to be in the lion's den at this time. And you can read about this in the book of Daniel. You know what I'm saying? About him being in the lion's den for not wanting to disobey the Lord. And so God, you understand? From what I remember. And it said, who was in the lion's den? Verse 35. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. He said, no, you hold on, what? He's talking to the angel. He's like, dude, what you want me to go to Babylon and give Daniel this food? He's like, man, I ain't never even been to Babylon. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Go to Babylon. What are you talking about? He said, and Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. He said, I've never been to Babylon, and I definitely don't know where this den is. You talking about that Daniel's in? You know what I'm saying? What's going on right now? He said, then verse 36. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head and through the vehemency of the spirit set him in so like it set him in Babylon over the den. So he said, then the angel, he said, man, I don't know where this den is. I ain't never even been in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? The angel snatched him up by the crown of his head, snatched him up by his head. You understand? And bore him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of the spirit, set him in Babylon over the den. So angel snatched him up, brought him to a timeless dimension. He was able to just appear there. You understand? He just popped up. You understand? And Habakkuk cried and saying, "Oh Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which God has sent thee." And Daniel said, "Thou hast remembered me, O God. Neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee." So Daniel rose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. So just as fast as he appeared to Daniel, you understand, he appeared back to where he was. You understand? Because the angel of the Lord was there and did it. You understand? That's crazy that this isn't about like moving dimensions all throughout this Bible. This ain't just something that just happened to two people. This happens all throughout the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you don't know about it, and in the Bible been in your house for generations and decades, because you haven't been taught the Bible in the Christian church. You ain't been taught the Bible in these fake like you can't get taught the Bible nowhere but in the ISUPK. That's why you don't know about these things. You understand? He said, let me see. Yeah, so yeah, that's it on that. You know what I'm saying? But that was the angel snatching Habakkuk up, moving him through dimensions, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nigga, I never even been to Babylon. I don't even know where the lion's den is. He was like, no sweat. Grabbed him by the crown of his head. Next thing you know, he in Babylon in the lion's den with Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Daniel looked like, oh damn, you brought me some food? Yeah, the Lord didn't forget about me. The water. Then as fast as they greet each other, he was gone. You understand? The Lord, man, that like I said, man, we able to only to understand what 1, 2, 3 dimensions is. Going left to right, to and fro. But these other dimensions, man, they timeless. You know what I'm saying? You're able to sit back and see a timeline. Like something that you would see on the Da Vinci Code or something. You understand? This is real life though. You understand? So we're gonna scratch that and we're gonna go to let's go to Luke chapter 15. Because like I said, the Lord was appearing too. The Lord appeared and disappeared a few times. You understand? We're gonna go to Luke 24. Luke 24 and 15. Luke 24 and 15. Luke chapter 24, verse 15. And it came to pass that while they were communed together and reasoned, Jesus himself drew near and went with them. So this is disciples. You know what I'm saying? After the disciples they was communing with each other, they was sitting there chilling. You understand? And while they was sitting there chilling, it said Christ drew near, like Christ started to come to where they was at. You see, what was that again? Oh yeah, 15. I'm tripping. And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were holden that they should not know him. So Christ appeared to them and you know what I'm saying? They didn't know this was Christ. You know what I'm saying? They greeted him and everything. Y'all watching what's going on, brother? You know, but they not knowing this is Christ that they talking to, right? He said, and he said to them, what manner of communications are these? So what manner of communications are these that ye have one to another as we walk and are sad? He says, so what is this communication that y'all have with each other? Y'all sad? You niggas are sad, man, because Christ died? That's what y'all sad about? Verse 18. And the one of them whose name was uh, Cleopas answered and said unto him. So first of all, let me just put on real quick. This nigga name is Cleopas. You know what I'm saying? How can you say Shalom of Christ, sir? How can you say a white man wrote this book? No, I don't know not one white man named Cleo. This nigga name is Cleopas. You understand? It said, and the one of them whose name was Cleopas, answering, said unto him, art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and not known the things which are come to pass there in these days? He said, man, which he's like, man, are you from Jerusalem? And you must not be from Jerusalem. This is what Cleopas is talking to Christ saying. He's like, you must not be from Jerusalem or something, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know the Romans is killing us. You don't know the Romans just killed Christ, and a lot of us fled into the mountains, and a lot of us fleeing from Roman persecution. You must not be from Jerusalem. Man, where you from, man? He said unto them, what things? And they said unto him, concerning Jesus of Nazareth, which is a prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all the people, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death and have crucified him. He said, man, he was like, what things? What y'all talking about? They're like, man, of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who came to free his people. You know what I'm saying? The rulers of our people, and you know what I'm saying, they gave him up to the Romans to be murdered. You know what I'm saying? But he trusted that it had, let me see, condemned to death and have crucified him. But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel. And beside all this, today is the third day since these things were done. He said, because he was supposed to come and save Israel, man. The man that's written in the scriptures, that's written about saving his people, he was here. And then our leaders gave him up to the Romans to be murdered and crucified and condemned. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, make it even worse. It's been 3 days already since Christ died. But he's not knowing he's talking to Christ. Yeah, and certain women also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the specular. And when they found not his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive. So he's saying, then on top of that, exactly. Lord told Israel he would send a prophet. You know what I'm saying? They knew that the Lord was going to send a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Then they knew that Christ was that prophet that was supposed to redeem Israel. So then they start telling him, but now this prophet is dead. You understand? We still destroyed, and then this prophet is dead. Man, Colin McConaughey, and absolutely, and that show what they talking about right now. That show you that we having like what Croc is saying, Officer $5,000, sir. That showing that we haven't been reading our scriptures for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all throughout the scriptures that the Christ is going to send a redeemer, a root from Jesse, this and that to save Israel, to deliver us from our sins and our, you know what I'm saying, and all these different things. And he came, and a lot of people, I don't know, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but people didn't know that he was a Christ. You understand? They not knowing that they crucified. They knew that they crucified the Christ. You know what I'm saying? But that just show you how long we have been reading our scriptures, man. You understand? So he's talking to Christ, not knowing that he's talking to Christ, telling him about Christ. You understand? And he said that another astonishment is that a sister went to visit Christ, and they went to where he was buried at, or in the cave that he was at, and he was gone. He wasn't even there no more. You know what I'm saying? And when they found not his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive. And certain of them which were with us went to the specular and found it even so as the woman had said, but him they saw not. He said, so on top of that, after the women noticed that Christ was gone, some angels appeared to him and told him that Christ was alive. You understand? Christ is not dead. And then they went to where Christ was supposed to be buried at, or the cave he was at, and they seen that, yeah, what the woman telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? The stone was rolled back, and Christ wasn't in there. You understand? And said, and certain men, it's like, and certain of them which were with us went to the specular and found it even so as the woman had said, but him they saw not. Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets had spoken. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into glory? And beginning at most, so he said, "Oh, you fools, you slow heart, you slow mind to believe that all the prophets have spoken." He's like, man, the things that happened to Christ, you know what I'm saying, was supposed to happen to Christ. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be that sacrifice for his nation. Verse 27, and beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them and all the scriptures the things concerning him. And they drew nigh unto the village where they went, and he made and he made as though he would have gone further. And they constrained him, saying, Abide with us, for it is towards evening, and the day is as far spent. So they started talking about Genesis, and they walking together wherever they walking to, and he started just giving them breakdowns about Christ. You know what I'm saying? And it was to the point where they was like, man, no, he act like he didn't want to go with them no more. And they was like, no, stay with us, man. Stay with us, man. Don't go nowhere. He said, but they constrained him, saying, Abide with us. They're like, don't go nowhere, stay with us, brother. For it is towards evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. And it came to pass as he sat at meat, and he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake and gave to them. And their eyes were opened, and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight. So he said after they came into the house, you know, they chilling, he started breaking bread, giving it to them. And right then and there, they knew. They was like, "Damn, this is Christ." And right before they realized it was, as soon as they realized it was Christ, he vanished. He was gone. You understand? That's heavy material right there. That is heavy material. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna be doing that when Christ return, when the Lord return. You understand? I'm gonna be nigga. I'm gone. I'm telling you, this is like something you will see on Dragon Ball Z. It just you ever seen on Dragon Ball Z the person trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. They and that's the whole point right there, sir. They recognize the brotherhood. They recognize that Christ used to do that same thing. He used to break bread with them. You understand? He told them to do that in memory of him too, as well. And they recognize that the brotherhood that he had with them. You know what I'm saying? Like he was journeying with them from however long to the earlier in that day, all the way until evening time. To where they didn't even want him to leave. They're like, man, it's getting late. Stay with us, man. And they got to talking and shooting the breeze, and then they got to breaking bread, and they was like, man, this is Christ. That's why he wasn't in that cave. You know what I'm saying? That's why his body wasn't there. He's with us right now, and he disappeared, man, that quick. You know what I'm saying? And it said, and what it say? And it came to pass as he sat and meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake and gave to them. And their eyes were open, and they knew him and vanished out of their sight. And they said one to another, Did not our heart burn with us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures? And they rose up same hour and returned to Jerusalem and found the 11 gathered together and them that were with them. You understand? Saying the Lord is risen indeed and have appeared unto Simon. You understand? So the Lord, like I said, the Lord appeared, you know what I'm saying, a time or two and got up out of there and disappeared on them. You understand? This Bible is heavy, man. And like I was saying, it's just like, have you ever seen anime or Dragon Ball Z? You understand? You ever seen Goku or one of them? They in the middle of fighting. You understand? In the middle of the fight, they just disappear to another spot and start swinging. You understand? I'm not saying he did that, but that's why it was. They seen him, and then next thing you know, he was just gone. You understand? He was just gone. And that wasn't the first time he did it. He did it too. But I think he was arguing with the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and then they consulted together to kill him. You understand? That nigga started teleporting. He teleported out of the damn temple. It was gone. Before they knew it, they didn't know where the hell he went. They were like, where he go? But that nigga we was just finna kill, he was gone. You understand? This Bible is heavy, man. But yeah, the water, sir, they recognize this brotherhood, man. They recognize, they was like, man, this can't go unnoticed right here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go back to what my topic. Let's go to Psalm 68 and 17. Let's go Psalm 68 and 17. All right. Let me see Psalm 68 and 17. You understand? But yeah, but like how Christ is gonna return, Christ is gonna return exactly like how he left. Not when he just left the disciples, but how he left. He was on that mountain and he disappeared. You understand? He ain't disappeared. He was what you would call to sluggy. He was what you call today abducted. That's how he gonna return. You understand? He gonna return with the chariots. You understand? So I'm gonna get Psalm 68 and 17 and say, it said, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. It said, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. You know what I'm saying? But this, you got to understand, like, ain't nobody up there just counting, like, there 1,000, that was two. Okay, well, what we on? 8,000? Okay, one, two. Ain't nobody doing that. You understand? They just telling you that it's a lot. You understand? It's like anybody up there counting, telling you how many angels it is up there and all that. It said the chariots of God are 20,000 and even thousands of angels. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into the exact number. Let's go to Revelations 9 and 16. I'm saying we're gonna go to Revelations 9 and 16. Revelations chapter 9, verse 16. In the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. It said the number of the army of horsemen. What is horsemen? You understand? What's another word for horsemen? It said, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. You understand? What is horseman? A horseman is a driver. You understand? That's what a horseman is. A horseman is somebody that drives the chariot. You understand? And then you got the actual chariot, like they got wheels, and you got chariots that's UFOs. This is talking about the chariot. This is talking about the chariots of the UFOs. You understand? It said, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. You know what I'm saying? This is talking about the angels, man. It's talking about there 200,000 angels driving these chariots. This is talking about 200 million. That's what it's talking about. It's 200 million chariots. And not only is it 200, I mean, it's like it 200 million angels. You understand? This is 200 million angels, man. This is what he said. That's the exact number. So I don't understand how, like, that's why I'm trying to tell you, like, America is so prideful. They make movies like Independence Day and Battle 9 and Battle Act. They make all these movies with them fighting chariots and them fighting extraterrestrials and all that. And then guess what? They're going to actually try to do that. They think that they really got a chance in fighting God. They trying to tell you that it's unidentified, but they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, the Jewish man, he in charge of Hollywood. He the one who make the movies. How you think he get the depiction of the chariots down pack 100%? You know what I'm saying? Like the color of amber and the color of beryl. When you see these Hollywood movies, they give you damn near what a chariot would damn near look like verbatim. You understand? As far as the color and everything, you know where they get it from? They get it from this Bible, man. They get those depictions from this Bible. That's why Donald Trump started a space force. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be building a space force to protect something that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, obviously you see something or somebody as a threat out there. You know what I'm saying? In space. Obviously you see some or somebody as a threat for you to spend billions of dollars on building a space force. You understand? They know these scriptures, like I said, man. They know Christ is gonna return exactly like how he left, man. But when he returned this time, it's gonna be 200 million angels. You understand? It's gonna blot the sky out. It's gonna be the darkest day ever. You understand? Yeah, right. But they won't show you the angels. Exactly. They want to show you Will Smith punching an angel and, I mean, a so-called alien and knocking him out, and, you know, man, that's garbage, man. You know what I'm saying? They show you what the chariots look like, and try to manipulate you to think that it's your enemy. You understand? When really these are the angels of God. You understand? And they're not gonna have a fighting chance. And then on top of that, when you read Ezekiel, the first chapter, it tell you that the angels is black. It tell you that the angels is black, man. Like they like will burnish bronze skin. What is brass? Brass is a derivative of brown. It said like it burned in the furnace, meaning that they jet black. They black. Like Wesley Snipes black. You understand? And then it said like, and they said the color on them sparkled. And gotta keep bringing up Dragon Ball Z because it remind me of something that you would see on Dragon Ball Z. You know how them niggas powering up on Dragon Ball Z before they go Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? They got the little white cloud around them or something like that. That's how the angels look. You understand? That's how Moses' face looked when he left from speaking with the Lord. And he came back down. The army of Israel, then they were stumbling over each other like, oh damn, you see Moses' face? This nigga face shining. God damn. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look like. They'll give you a depiction of the actual chariots, but they won't tell you what the angels look like. They won't tell you why the chariots is coming here. You understand? They won't tell you that. They won't tell you why they building the space force. You understand? And it's just ridiculous, man. That's why you gotta wake up. Exactly, but they won't show you the damn angels is black though. That's deep. And so we can go to Zechariah. Let me see. I'm going to read verse 17. And thus I saw the horsemen in the vision, and them that sat on them, having blessed praise of fire, and of jacinth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Like, man, you think that what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah is something. You understand? Wait till these chariots return. You understand? Wait till Christ return. You think what America did when they dropped that bomb? What was it on? Nagasaki. I can't even say it. When they dropped that bomb on Japan. You understand? When they dropped that bomb on Japan, you think that was something. Wait till Christ return. And like when you look up images of America dropping bombs on Japan, right? When you look at images, they got images of people doing whatever they was before that bomb hit. Nigga, they shadow was like stuck on the ground or something. That's how hot them damn atomic bombs was. They got. I seen on not was it on YouTube or Google? You know what I'm saying? I wish I could bring it up. You know what I'm saying, but I can't. But they got images of people doing whatever they was doing, and then when the bomb hit, it caught their shadow, and their shadow was like glued to the ground. Type. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's gonna be worse than that. That's how hot it was. You understand? That's how hot it was when Christ returned. It's gonna be way worse than that. What you think these chariots gonna do when they come return? You understand? They gonna shoot fire and brimstone. That's what it's talking about. You understand? Matter of fact, let's get Zechariah 14. We'll get Zechariah 14 real quick. It is down there. Let me see Zechariah 14 and 12. You know what I'm saying? This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And it said, or when you see the movies like Terminator, you understand? You see the movies like Terminator, she was holding the fence, and then that bomb go off, and you know what I'm saying? She just melted. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be like when the Lord return, man. And he gonna do what? He gonna destroy this whole kingdom in an hour, nigga. 60 seconds. I mean 60 minutes. Okay, this is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So this gonna be the plague against all the people, all the nations, you understand, that fought against so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. This is what it ain't gonna be a plague like COVID-19. This the plague the Lord gonna give to them. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. It said they flesh gonna consume away while they stand on their feet. You understand? This is an actual prophecy, man. You understand? This is a prophecy in the Bible. Like a lot of people like to read them other books. Like I'm saying, like I'm in this clubhouse chat on iPhone. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the Quran, and all that. But this is the thing with all the books. None of them books got no prophecies. You understand? This is actually a prophecy talking about when Christ returned. This is talking about World War III. It said this is going to be the plague that the Lord going to do to all these different nations that has something to do with Israel destruction. He said they flesh gonna consume away off their body as they stand on their feet, man. Let me say that. Let me see. Smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So not only is their flesh gonna consume off their feet when the Lord return with them chariots, you know what I'm saying, but their eyes gonna melt in their eye socket. You know what I'm saying? Their tongue gonna melt out their mouth. You understand? This is the plague that's coming to America. This is coming in the near future. This is what's gonna happen. You understand? This is what's gonna happen, man. And that's why it's so important for you to endure and stay firm in this truth, because you don't want to partake in that. You don't want to have, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be the brother and sister that gotta get destroyed like that. You understand? It said, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the side, Slakia, lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against Slakia, shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall gather together gold and silver and apparel in abundance. And so shall be the plague of the horse and the mule and the camel and the ass and all of the beasts that shall be in the tents as the plague. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna think in it during this time, you gonna think your gold gonna be able to save you, your silver, your money, your fast car. Nothing's gonna be able to save you, man. Like people, they hear about the space force and they hear about UFOs and you understand COVID-19. They think they going on. They think they finna fight a zombie apocalypse. They start going out buying little tools that start lighters and that's a screwdriver and a knife at the same time. And man, they talking about me when they come up in here, I'm gonna do it. Man, you ain't finna do nothing. You understand? When Christ return, man, you gonna get this plague. And it's gonna be you gonna be done. I'm saying, when the Lord get a word, you're gonna be done. And I told you what He gonna be doing. We read it in Daniel's the 7th chapter. When Daniel said, he said, I beheld till the thrones were cast down. The ancient of days did sit. You know what Christ gonna be doing? I mean, you know what the Most High gonna be doing? He gonna be sitting just like a gangster while all these kingdoms getting destroyed and toppled over. They put black, Hispanic, and Native Americans back in power. The Lord gonna be sitting down the whole time. He gonna get an order and and the angels is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? That's why Daniel said, I beheld until the thrones were cast down. The ancient of days did sit. The Most High so gangster. This nigga sitting down while kingdoms getting destroyed. This is the Lord that we serve. This is the God that we serve. We don't serve, you know what I'm saying, a nigga that's finna float off the sky, a nigga like this, and with a Roman bathrobe and sandals on and all that. Man, they might want to serve that gay ass. No, you know what I'm saying? We ain't serving no God like that. You know what I'm saying? The God that we serve is a man of war. That's what he is, man. You understand? And guess what? Every nation got to come in. They deserve it for what they did to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. This is gonna be our justice, man. And what did it say about us? It said, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel and great abundance. Man, we gonna gather. We gonna go to war with y'all. And nigga, all y'all money and gold finna get took, man. We gonna spoil y'all. You understand? Because guess what? It's rightfully ours anyways, man. Y'all have benefited off of Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians long enough. Y'all had y'all time. You know what I'm saying? When Christ returned, man, we gonna be fighting at Jerusalem. You understand? We gonna take our land back. You understand? And it said, and so shall be the plague of the horse and the mule and the camel and of the ass and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as is the plague. Listen, and everything is gonna get destroyed, man. It ain't gonna just be, you understand, a few buildings and a few people. Everything in America is gonna get destroyed, man. And it said, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. You understand? And guess what? Just like how we had to, because this the thing with assimilating to other people's cultures and society. This is the thing with everybody coming together and being one. If everybody come together and be one, guess what you have to do, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian man? You got to leave your culture. You got in order to come together with everybody, you got to leave your culture. You got to leave your heritage, your customs. You got to leave that. You understand? So guess what, nigga? And when the Lord return, when Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians gather themselves together and the Lord return, man, all these heathen nations, they gonna go into slavery, man. And just like how we had to serve their gods and get rid of our culture and our identity and our heritage, they gonna have to do the same thing. They gonna celebrate what we celebrate. Ain't gonna be no more Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween and birthdays and Father's Day and Mother. Ain't gonna be no more of that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles, like this is said. You understand? And it shall be that whoso will not, and then not only that, they gonna have to come to Jerusalem year to year and worship the King and Lord of hosts, man. That's what they gonna have to do every year. And it shall be that whoso will not come up all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. And in the family of Egypt go up and come. Okay, so then they start going into something else. But yeah, man, these other nations gonna get destroyed, man. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna get a Zephaniah chapter 1 to 14. And guess what? This has to happen in order for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians to be free. You understand? This had just like how we left Egypt. What happened in Egypt when we left Egypt? The Lord split the Red Sea. You understand? The Lord followed us in the clouds. He made the clouds his chariots. The Lord followed and made sure we were straight. You understand? And this is what has to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? In order to free Black people, and the same thing gonna happen in America. We ain't gonna have to lift up a sword. Just like when we left Egypt, we didn't have to lift up no sword. We didn't have to fight the Egyptians or do none of that. The Lord got us up out that captivity, and the same thing gonna happen again. And that's like not, and just on a little sidebar note, that's why you gotta understand that those people that's in our land right now, that's how you know they really not Israel. Because who put them over there? The scriptures say the Lord gonna set us in our land. Those people that's over there in Jerusalem right now, who put them over there? You understand? About 30 different countries put them over there. They fought the Second World War and they put them people over there. You know what I'm saying? America, all of Europe, you know what I'm saying? Switzerland, all these different countries, they conspired together to put them people over there in that land. They ain't their goddamn land. The Lord ain't do that. That's how you know they're not the Lord's people. You understand? But you want to get Zephaniah chapter 1, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. And it said, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hastily, and it hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty shall cry there bitterly. You know what I'm saying? It said, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near. It hasteth greatly. Meaning that he can admit them angels can't wait to get the order. You understand? Christ can't wait to get the order for what they've been doing to Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. They can't wait. You understand? So like, Salaki had to check on his baby right quick. Salaki. You understand? But it said, what it said, I'm gonna read it again. And it said, and the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Meaning that these angels, they can't wait for the Lord to get an order. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord get that order, you know what I'm saying? That the 144,000 gathered, go. Make that happen. I'm going to sit here, man. Make sure y'all get that taken care of. You understand? That's what the Lord gonna do, man, for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. And guess what? In less than an hour, America's gonna be destroyed, man. In less than an hour, America's gonna get destroyed for what they did. That's gonna be justice for Black people, man. You understand? That's why the scriptures say, "Arise, this is not your rest." You understand? For you, what it say? Paraphrasing, so you won't be partakers of her sins. You got to come back to keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, and serving God. Because guess what? This is not your rest. America ain't your rest. You understand? The race ain't over yet, man. Don't try to rest here. This ain't no pit stop you want to be at. You understand? When the Lord return, keep going, man. You understand? Come into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Change your ways. Repent from what you're doing. Log on to these classes, not only in your city, but anytime you see Commander Junior Hunter going live, Gentleman Hyman, or other brothers, man, log on and get this work, man. You understand? It's important for you to, because if you're not growing, you dying. You understand? That's what that's what General Yohana said. General Hyman said. If you're not growing, you dying. So make sure you always growing, man. You understand? Because you don't want to not grow and end up dying, man, and going back to what you was doing in the world before you found this out. You understand? But yeah, man, let me see. It said, in a day, it's like verse 15. The it's like that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. You know what I'm saying? Because when these chariots return, it's gonna be 200 million angels in chariots. You understand? The sun is gonna be blotted out if they return in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? The sun gonna be blotted out. It's gonna be completely dark. You understand? It's gonna be dark, man. And it said, a day of the trumpet and an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. You understand? They want to build walls for the Hispanic. They want to build these big fences for Hispanics, and you know what I'm saying? They want to do all that and build these fenced cities. Guess what? The Lord is going to destroy all that, man. The Lord is going to destroy all that and redeem his people. Because they have sinned against the Lord. Let me select it. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. You know what I'm saying? And you going like what did it say when Christ returned? What did it say? It said his garment it's gonna be dipped in, what did it say? It's gonna be red like it was dipped in blood. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? Meaning that Christ is going to destroy. He gonna kill a lot of people. A lot of people gonna die when Christ return, man. You understand? You ever see one of the movies when they especially like Game of Thrones, when people going to war with each other and it's thousands of people fighting on each side. At the end of that war, the survivors, they're gonna be bloody. That's how Christ's gonna be. You know, say Christ is gonna be the survivor, and guess what? His garment is gonna be bloody. You understand? From destroying his enemies, man. You understand? We keep in verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they think that they gold gonna be able to save them. You know what I'm saying? They think they silver gonna be able to save them. They think you know what I'm saying, they knowledge gonna be able to save them. They think because they waiting on some type of zombie or apocalypse or alien invasion, they think they prepared for the Lord's return. You know what I'm saying? But nothing that they think gonna be able to save them gonna be able to save them. You know what I'm saying? And for you Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, the only way you can save yourself is to get in the ass you became the commander General. You know what I'm saying? And repent from your ways and start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only thing that can save you. You understand? And they said, what does the scripture say? He that shall endure unto the end shall be saved. That's what the scriptures say. You understand? You got to endure until Christ's return. The only way you're going to endure until Christ's return is if you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And you come up under this umbrella, man. You come up under this one body. That's it. You understand? With that being said, man, I'm going to hold in the class. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, Wednesday night law class with me, Nazis Out Officer 500. Like and subscribe to ISUK Sacramento. YouTube, Facebook, what else? TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe to ISBK Oakland, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all Twitter, all social media. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in our cities, make sure you like and subscribe to a city that's nearest close to you and start checking in and get your Hebrew name. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, tap in tomorrow, man, with Wednesday night law class. That being said, we in the class. Y'all by Shemi, I shot back at all the brothers. Y'all Shema, I thought by Shemi, I shot all the sisters. Shalom.